One thing left to talk about.
Oh,
And,
okay. No, I already answered. It was Chris Candido.
oh, okay. Yes, only 45 minutes into the show, and we're already at the final segment because,
Well, so we got another 45 minutes to go, that means.
pretty much. That's usually how this goes. So this is going to be our points or consequences game for this week. For those of you who are new to the game, you can join Club Kayfabe, Home of True Wrestling Fans, on Facebook, be part of the community, and you can also participate in the game. We award points to funny entries, and we bury you if you do not make us laugh. Each host does swapping duties for which game we're playing and who's awarding points. And this week was Dan's turn, because Glenn is off. So Dan came up with a funny Thanksgiving-themed game that I got a kick out of when I read the idea. So here's the premise. You're sitting down to Thanksgiving dinner and your weird uncle, who has not watched wrestling in years, sits down next to you, looks at you, and asks you a question. And you are dreading this moment. So what question does your weird uncle who has not watched wrestling in years asks you?
Because like when I first was formulating the game, I was like, he hasn't watched since the 80s. And I was like, no, because I want like people to be like, to be able to do like new generation and Attitude Era stuff too. So that's why I didn't put a specific, just that they haven't seen in a long time.
What's funny, the obvious one didn't make the cut anywhere, which was about still calling it the WWF.
So that was what I was
yeah,
thinking was going to happen.
Nobody played that one, at least as far as I could tell. But the entries we got were pretty good. At least I thought so. So you ready to hear some weird uncle questions about wrestling?
Not really. But that's the point of the game.
Exactly.
As I'm dreading these questions.
All right, here we go. Is Cold Stone still opening cans of ass whoop on people?
God damn, what?
Is Cold Stone still opening cans of ass whoop on people?
The answer is no. He doesn't even drink beer anymore.
No, he was a wino now.
He's got Mark Eaton throwing him boxed wine.
It's a pea, not no jar.
I got me 6 on the beach. Yeah, give it points.
Points to Chris Wright.
Give me some $2 Chuck. What? Even though $2 Chuck's been like $3.50 for like 10 years now, it's still called a $2 Chuck.
Okay, your next question. Is Owen Hart still wrestling? He must have been champ years ago now.
That's bad. I don't believe that. That was a big fucking deal. Even my like local television station was like, Owen Hart died.
Yeah, I remember that. Owen Hart was all over the news when that happened.
Yeah, it was like even the local stations were like, hey. So, I'm going to give you halfsies.
All right, that's half points to the man who can half well. Jason Cantwell.
That was 1.5 claps.
All right, next question. Is Sunny still as hot as she was back in the day?
Ish. It comes and goes.
It literally comes and goes.
Points.
Points to Jeff Trelowitz. Okay, next question. Hulk Hogan always talked about his 24-inch pythons. Has anyone met his 24-inch python yet?
As in, like, gone to his house and seen it? Or are we talking because Scott Steiner had bigger arms? Because the man with largest arms in the world.
But if you measure them, they come out to what, 33 and 1/3 inches divided by...
You take your 33% chance.
Greatest mathematician ever.
That's the thing I always loved about it, because the numbers were right, but of course going over 100% is not right.
Correct. Yeah,
it was like he actually got like the mathematics correct, which is even more mind blowing to me. Kurt Angle ain't even gonna try, but you're gonna try at getting points.
Points to our host, Glenn Kukan in New Jersey. Next question. So, did David Arquette ever wrestle again?
The answer is yes.
Competed in a death match, of all things.
He got fucking sliced ribbons because, hey, you want to do a death match against Nick fucking Cage? You know, a guy that literally, he's so hardcore, he got busted in a bank job.
The best part of it was the CCW fans who got him arrested. Because when they posted the mugshot, they're like, hey, I know who that is.
That's Nick fucking Cage. Oh, God.
Yes.
Yeah, that's points. I actually would look forward to talking about that now.
That is points to Mike Underwood. Next question. Is the Brooklyn Brawler still jobbing?
In a way, yes.
Now that's the uncle who hasn't watched since the 80s.
Yeah. I can be like, hey, did you know that in early 2005 he came out as the Boston Brawler so he can get heat in New York?
Oh yeah.
Remember Boston Brawler?
Sadly, I do.
See, that would lead to a semi-pleasant, funny conversation. So I could only give you halfsies.
Halvesies to the man who is half a man, Mike Simsack. I'm just kidding, Mike.
Oh.
But it's also accurate. Alrighty. Next question. Did you know this show is fake, just like the love between your parents?
Oh, shit. Damn. That went in a different direction. And for that, you get an earmark.
Our first earmark goes to Dan Dahl.
Damn, son.
It's one way to make the kid cry at Thanksgiving. All right, next question. So, Trish Stratus and Lita, you think they've ever tried anal?
Jesus. Together?
Butt stuff?
I'm sure Lita did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. If I had to take a guess as to which one of them was the bigger freak.
Oh, it's a freak! Bring it back, Scott Steiner. So Freakzilla!
Freak!
Yeah, you're super high pitched, Scott Steiner.
Which I can barely do that impression without, like, killing my throat.
'Cause I'm a freak! That would be a conversation I would dread, so yes, that's points.
Points to myself.
They're for ticket in the butt. What? You gonna suck my dick or what?
All right, next question. Did they ever find out if China was dude?
What? Did they ever find out if China was dude?
Was dude, exactly.
That is your second earmark.
There's an earmark to points leader Adrian Cotton. Next question. How many Ultimate Warriors have they had by now?
God, the multiple Ultimate Warriors.
Oh yeah, because that was like the thing. Remember he changed his hairstyle and therefore he was a different guy entirely?
Yeah, he was totally different when he came back in '96.
Which is great because when he cut his promo, he still sounded exactly the same.
How many Ultimate Warriors do you think they would be on by now?
7.
Okay.
I don't know.
I would say 2 because Jim Hellwig died a few years ago.
Jim Hellwig died, so they just have a new warrior.
They bring back Renegade. Oh, wait, that guy died too.
Oh, yeah, that guy killed himself.
Yeah. Because his career highlight, I don't know what his demons were. Jeez.
Apparently, it was an argument with his girlfriend that pushed him over the edge, but...
Yeah, she probably was like, yeah, and your best career highlight was being an Ultimate Warrior ripoff.
But supposedly, it was also because he just couldn't get work anywhere, so...
Well, I guess if the best work you ever got was being a fake Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
Damn.
Fake warrior.
Still points.
And it's points to Don Mario.
Waha! Hey, play Don Mario Party.
Next question. Do they show dem titties?
Do they do? Is it do they?
It's they, but it's dem. Do
Dem
they
titties.
show dem titties?
No.
No, they do not.
It's only happened 3 times that I know of. One was on a UK only pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And the other 2, well...
One of them I didn't want to see. At all.
The other one wasn't that good.
So, yeah, there you go.
So, the answer is you get points.
Points to Ellis Holmes, although you probably could have guessed that by the context. Okay, next question. The gobbledygooker. He's still a thing, right?
That's what you're asking about because, like, the last time you watched was Survivor.
It was Survivor Series. Yeah.
Gobbledygooker, not Undertaker. Oh no, Undertaker got disqualified. He's a fucking loser. What could he ever amount to?
But the Gooker, he danced with Mean Gene.
That's right. Oh my god.
Remember the rumor they thought it was going to be a Playboy model, which would have somehow made less sense?
Maybe it's the Playmate of the Month. No, pretty much anything that popped out of there would have been a disappointment. So,
Literally anything.
so dumb. Could have been free Bammer Jammers for the whole crowd. Disappointment. So points.
Points to Russell Wright.
Bammer Jammers and Hammer Jammers.
All right, next question. Where did Higgins, Magnum PI, go? He always had great interviews with that Slim Jim guy.
Oh, God. You know the new Higgins is a woman. No, Higgins. This food is for Tom Selleck.
No. No, you've had yours. I like
so he's saying that Mean Gene is Higgins? Mean. Woo, by God. Woo, Gene.
the Slim Jim guy.
Yeah, the Slim Jim guy. Which means they haven't watched since the late 80s.
He probably doesn't realize that Macho Man's dead.
Oh, shit. You gotta imagine, like, you start the conversation there, and then you gotta tell them, like, the 30 other people that they know of that are dead, too.
Oh, God. That's just terrible. Hey, how about Vader, dead? What about Yokozuna, dead? Ravishing
Bam Bam Bigelow?
Bam Bam Bigelow? The list is depressing when you go back and watch those old WrestleManias. Any of those old shows.
Mm-hmm. So points.
Points to Michael Vaughn.